Hello, let's play Pac-Man. Now, I'm running MAME here, and it says Pac-Man Midway 1980, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to hit enter to continue here, or space. One or more, so anyway, it's not quite the perfect, exact ROM that MAME expects. So it warns you it may not run correctly. But then it runs. So what the heck ROM is this? Well, I extracted it from arcade game series Pac-Man, which I bought from Steam. So turns out that somebody figured out how to take the data file that you get when you install arcade game series Pac-Man, the official Pac-Man game, off of Steam. Then you just run this little script that moves the bits back into place and forms the actual arcade ROM out of the data that the Steam game installs on your computer. So voila, you've got your arcade ROM, which basically you have purchased from Namco. So that's cool, it seems like, and you can run it in whatever emulator you want. Now, why would you even bother doing that? Well, you would bother doing that because the arcade game series version is all, for me, I would bother doing it. I am bothering doing it because the arcade game series version that you get from Namco on Steam is blurry. They left it so that the graphics are always kind of blurry, and it messes with my eyeballs. It's not cool. Why they thought that was cool, I don't know. But you notice how it's nice and sharp here in MAME, and I can run it at this nice clean look. So that's what I'm doing. I'll have links in the description to the place where you can, I guess it'll just take one link to the directions for extracting the ROM from arcade game series Pac-Man that you buy off of Steam. They do require that the script itself that does the work needs to be run in Linux or a Linux-like environment. For instance, Windows subsystem for Linux on Windows. So if you're running Windows, you would have to install Windows subsystem for Linux, which isn't actually that bad an installation. That's what I did. Anyway, and then you can run the script and get the descramble the ROM from the files that the game installed on your machine. So anyway, let's see how I do here with this actual arcade version, I guess. I mean, that does indicate that the Namco Steam version is running, some form of the arcade ROM. I can't even steer. This does not go well. Which I guess it's no surprise they're running, the arcade ROMs. Like, why would they rewrite the game when they can just emulate? Why would they put out a decent emulation job when they can just give you some kind of blurry nonsense for your money? The directions also, and the script also can extract arcade ROMs from the other arcade game series games on Steam, which are Galaga. There's also Miss Pac-Man. Galaga, Miss Pac-Man, and I'm gonna die. I didn't die. I even got the cherry. Oh, and Dig Dug. Unfortunately, they do not extract a working ROM from Miss Pac-Man. So the Miss Pac-Man dump does not run in MAME or any known emulator, I guess. So that's a shame. So this is the current version of MAME 2.253. Uh-oh. Ooh. I don't own Galaga. I'm not really that into Galaga. and the Miss Pac-Man ROM just isn't a legitimate ROM that runs in anything. The Dig Dug ROM I did get running, but I had to go all the way back to MAME version, what was it? Oh, 119, dang it. From 2007. That was the last version before they started releasing 64-bit versions of MAME. And I think just changed a bunch of stuff that upped the number of checks that it runs against your ROM files, and there's just something that isn't quite up to par as far as it's concerned with this particular... Oh my gosh, I was not paying attention. This particular version of the Dig Dug ROM that you get out of the arcade game series Dig Dug. So the current new MAMEs are picky, but back in 2007 they weren't as picky, and they will run this thing that you can get out of your Steam Dig Dug. And it seems to run fine. Doesn't quite, that version of MAME doesn't quite have all the features and stuff, but I eventually got it running like I wanted it, nice and sharp. So I'm pretty happy about that. So I looked through my Pac-Man videos, and my high score is 37 something, 37,240 or something like that. And that was with my highest video score. I'm not sure if I maybe had some higher one at some point prior to being a weirdo who just records everything. Probably did. I don't know. I kind of thought maybe I reached 40K in regular Pac-Man at some point, but I'm probably just confusing that with... I'm gonna die. Oh boy. Probably just confusing it with Miss Pac-Man. Yeah, I died. Man, I can't even get off these early stages. So, as far as I know, 37,240 is my high score to beat. Which is not a very good score, of course. Well, I chickened out. Oh. So one of the few things I know about Pac-Man is that I can't even steer. Is that the ghosts will not go up through those maze entrances right above the exit. They won't go up through there. I don't think. So that's why I was able to cruise past there without worrying about it on previous play before I died. But yeah, I'm not very good at Pac-Man, as you can see. I mean, I get a little worried about this, and well, I guess not Dig Dug. Well, I don't know if I get worried about Dig Dug, but I get worried about games like Pac-Man where high-level play becomes something very different. Yeah, of course, in Pac-Man isn't random at all. So, if you just memorize the whole thing, you can just, memorize your way all the way through the game if you really stick to it, I guess. I mean, in theory. I don't think I could remember my path through all 250 or whatever stages. I mean, I can't even get through the first 4? I don't know what they are. I should have died there, too. I'm being dumb. Being a little too obsessive about getting all the dots down there. This always happens with me, though, in Pac games. It takes me a while to remember that I have to be a little more mindful of my own survival and not just get myself into threatening situations. You just get out if you can. If it's looking bad, just get out. But it'll take me a while to remember that and just start playing a little less idiotically, probably. Ooh, I got all the ghosts this time, though. Give me them points. You can't catch me. That was cutting it close. Oh, I didn't think that one through. Got him at least. So yeah, I don't know. Like I was playing that that game from itch.io, Random Pack recently, which is a very fun randomized version of the mazes in Pac-Man. And that, I felt kind of less stressed out playing that, because at some point in the past I've always ended up just feeling like there's just this you're just being relentlessly hounded by the ghosts through this maze in regular Pac-Man. And the ghosts just get faster and faster. And there's less and less time that you can eat them. And it just gets so hard. And I just get so, I don't know, terrified about it. But, oh, this is not... I shouldn't have gone down here. Really? I gotta get them away. I didn't get enough of them away. Get up here. Oh, he's... Oh boy. Getting out. Why did I leave those huge lanes of dots down there? Dang it, Pinky. But Random Pack was also... Well, I actually didn't get like a very... I think I got like 40k-ish in Random Pack. I was having a little easier time with it, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I want to play Pac-Man. It does start to seem kind of odd playing Pac-Man with random stages, like it's... feels sort of unmoored, like what is your purpose? Is there meaning to Pac-Man's life? Oh, I screwed that up. Is there meaning to Pac-Man's life outside his repeated maze? Can he live in a world where he doesn't know what's around the next corner? I can't go in there, I'll get trapped. Shoot, I probably could have... Oh, they're all around the orange. Friggin' heck, you friggin' ghosts. I needed to lead them off farther. See, I don't know the ghost psychology, which you have to do to get a good score in Pac-Man, as far as I can tell. You have to be able to herd the ghosts around and get them to follow you around. Well, that's I think they're herding me around. Well, they definitely are herding me around, what am I saying? So, I don't know. See, but I don't really want to get to the point of, like, memorizing. I don't want to play the game as a memory game, really. I have that problem with shmups as well. I don't want to have to memorize my way through a shmup, but that's kind of how most shmups operate. Almost all shmups operate are just memorizing the exact path through the bullets and the ships. Which is why I enjoyed the randomness in Random Pack, that's for sure. Because the memorization factor is completely out the window. Uh-oh. Well, I just let him come get me. I knew it was coming, and I see there, it just wasn't... I should have just gotten out. I think I could have gotten farther out. Just get way out. I shouldn't have gone in here so soon. See, the ghosts know better than I do. Heck, I was doing better, and I'm still 100 points behind the last one. Okay, new arcade high score. Exciting. It is nice to play this in just such nice, sharp smoothness, finally. Although the Arcade Archives version is quite good. Ow! Plus that does have, online leaderboards, which is fun. I think my little bitty, what did I say it was? 32K score got me, God, oh, I got an apple. Got me to rank 70 on the Arcade Archives, which just means not that many people were playing on it. There were many more high scores on the arcade game series version. I'm gonna die. I got away. No, I died. Was that it? I was it. Well, 27K. Okay, that's getting close. Yeah. So if you really want just leaderboard competition, the arcade game series version is probably pretty good for that, I guess. I mean, there's probably some, just people posting scores on some kind of actual hardcore. I should have been dead already. Arcade game hangout type of message boards or something where the real action goes down. Well, of course, see, that's the thing though, like the top Pac-Man high scores, you can watch those on YouTube. They take hours and hours of ghost herding, and it's crazy. And really, you can get a perfect game, and then what? Then you're done. Then you've gotten as high a score as possible to get in the game. You just retire, maybe. I don't know. What are the people who've done that too? I always do that. They're not gonna let me get that cherry. I gotta learn to lure ghosts away, I was doing a little bit of that in Miss Pac-Man the other day. Getting a little bit of that going. I don't know how to go about this. Okay, left me an opening. But, like there are places in the maze where you can position Pac-Man, which will cause the ghost to, circle around or orbit or whatever, and get them all grouped up by doing that repeatedly. Because they base their own movements on well, that's my actual main problem, especially in Miss Pac-Man, because in that game the fruit moves around and is even more tantalizing for its movements. But as soon as I see the fruit, I just get obsessed. I can't help it. My mind just will not stop thinking about the fruit, and I get myself in all kinds of trouble over the fruit. Man, these ghosts got mad. Or did he just turn around? Excellent. $14,400. And I found there's a secret turbo button in Random Pack, so I was kind of having fun just turboing around Random Pack for ages and ages, because only Pac-Man speeds up, the ghosts don't speed up. So it made it a lot easier. It was kind of fun. But maybe too fun? I don't know. And see, I sacrifice power pellets to get fruit, which is not the way to get a good score, at least at this stage, because the fruit isn't worth that many points. And then in later stages, I'm not good enough at getting the ghosts to a point where I can eat them all in one gulp, which is basically all you have time for. So I just have to start using power pellets just to buy myself a few seconds of time to eat dots, or to get out of trouble. I gotta eat some dots. I'm being hunted. Hunted so hard. Oh, this is not good. Oh, they turned. Good, that was looking bad. Hey, oh, you devil, you. See, I gotta get good at, I gotta get better at cutting through the middle area, because there's actually a lot of paths to take that I don't really think about. I tend to fall into probably just using this main rectangular path around the maze. Oh, God. Oh man, that could have been bad. Shoot. Well, that turned out a little better than might have expected. Okay, see here I should just chill out for a sec and just let the ghosts run around. Oh, not that much. Oh dear. Wow, they all went around. I can make it. Why are you guys mad? Why are you mad, bro? I don't even know which way he's gonna break. I don't know my ghosts. That didn't get me very far. Shoot. Ooh. See, I can miss Pac-Man, at least because you're going through mazes. You're progressing through mazes. Eventually. For me, there's more of a sense of progressing in gameplay, whereas in this game, the maze is always the same, and I meant to cut down. And I start to feel like it's like there's no escape. They're still after me. They're getting faster and faster, and I'm not. This can't end well. Ooh. Right, he goes, oh. Didn't think that one through. I was obsessing over that chunk of dots up there. Oh no. Oh no. And they're just orbiting around there. It's terrifying. Ooh. Oh my gosh, he's so fast. Arg. Jeez. Oh my gosh, the leg. That is freaky. Like, I forgot about that. He's got a leg. These are just, like, guys, are they just hunched over under sheets or something? Like, what the? These aren't real ghosts. Ghosts don't have flesh-colored legs, real ghosts. There's a laugh. Oh, now I have more ghost eating time again. These aren't real ghosts. Oh, I didn't mean to eat it. Oh, shoot. Oh, nuts. I'm just gonna get the apple. I don't care. At least I got an apple. See, this is where I just feel I'm completely outgunned. Just... no power pellets, so many dots to eat. Actually, it's not so bad if I get this chunk. And... well, then I'll just kill myself. I could have got another huge chunk of points. Well, I got 35k. I beat my old high score from my 70th rank in Arcade Archives Pac-Man, so I guess that's not bad. I think I'll stop there for now, but I should just get in the habit of just playing this, you know, and not stress out about it and just play it. Not so infrequently, just kind of get used to hanging out in this maze because it's scary, and I guess the only way you get used to it so it becomes less scary is just to hang out in it like some kind of psychopath. Like, why would you put yourself in there? But maybe that's what I need to do. Anyway, yeah, so this is the, well, some version of the arcade ROM. It does, oh yeah, so that's what I meant to get to earlier. So you see there, this is the console, the main console, pointing out that the CRC found a file that was not the exact same version of the file it expected, so it might not run. So you can't load this ROM through the MAME front end. If you just like double clicked on mame.exe and went through the graphical menus there, it won't load. It'll pop up this red window and say that the CRC was wrong or whatever, and it just won't load. But you can run it through the command line because the command line doesn't just allows you to do that. So I'm basically running it from a shortcut. I just made a mame.exe shortcut and then, you know, gave it the parameters. So, you know, mame.exe and then space Pac-Man, which is the name of the ROM, and then dash nofilter, which makes it all nice and sharp pixels, not filtered and blurry. And then I also set the volume to get it right for the recording. So, yeah, and that's in MAME 2.253, the latest MAME. It's kind of surprising that it does run this one, I guess, but, yeah, so that's cool. So it is the ROM extracted from arcade game series arcade game series Pac-Man, the Steam version that you can get off Steam for, it's under $10, right? It's like $5. Well, I shouldn't speculate. I'm pretty sure it's under 10. And that version's, you know, it's got on, that's where the real online leaderboard action is, but it's also blurry graphically, which starts to bother my eyeballs after a while. So I don't want to do that. So turns out though that if you run that Linux script on the data file that Steam version installs, you basically just can descramble it thanks to some bright person or persons, and they just found out how to descramble it and get the normal arcade ROM or something very close to the normal arcade ROM out of it that the latest version of MAME will run for you, and then you've got yourself the Pac-Man arcade ROM to do with as you like, I suppose. So that's what I'm doing. What a good time, and I don't know, I'm having fun with it. Well, that's it for now, though. Gonna quit while I am just slightly ahead of my old high score. Thanks for watching. See you later.